Hola amigos, welcome back to another episode of Life. Oh, look at that, we have a spiders interrupting my presentation. Oh, where is she? Okay, I don't have, let me just kill this one, because if not, it's gonna start bothering. There you go. As I was saying, welcome back to another episode, guys, of Blightfall with myself, Esk, and in this episode we're gonna start Botania and Thaumcraft. I'm gonna walk you through everything like it is a mod spotlight almost, okay? So what we're gonna do, we already know that in Botania, in Thaumcraft, we started with the Tonomicon, we started with the Iron Cap wooden one that I have to go charge, and the thermometer, okay? And right now what I'm doing is I'm getting all the stuff that I haven't scanned, like this one I just scanned, so all the rest I haven't scanned. And normally I put it like this in a circle around me, and whatever I grab from the chest, start doing like that and scanning everything that I have. Okay, so this will give me all the possible aspect that I'm gonna need. So once it's finished, I go around, put everything back on the chest that I've been doing it, like so. And I know I finish when whatever is not scanned. So let's see, those two are scanned. So I take the rest and continue doing the same with all the materials, everything on the chest, etc., etc. Now, how do you start with scanning? There is a regular progression. For example, at the beginning, you won't be able to scan grass. So you have to start with something. Normally, it will be torch to get logs. And let me show you in a test world, actually, since I've scanned almost, I have all the aspect right now. How do I start in specifically this modpack, guys? Because sometimes in other modpack will be much easier, for example, to get, I don't know, netherrack or endstone or stuff like that. But in this modpack is very particular. So sometimes I skip, for example, bone meal. For example, bone meal is something that I don't have. Not bone meal, bones, because I haven't found a lot of skeletons. So let me show you what I did, and we'll be right back in a second. Alright guys, so I'll show you how to scan everything to get all the aspect on this game. As you can see, I'm in a test world. I don't have anything with me, just the thermometer. That's the only thing you will need, actually. And of course, make the research table that is made by making the table itself with a scribing tool, and you click on it and something like that. Okay, so you have it in here like this, and you click on it and it will be transformed on this table. Okay, and you need this to be able to combine aspect and do the mini game. But I'll show you how to start with the scanning. Now, one of the things that this modpack has, actually, if you go to aspects and you go like that, you will see all the aspects are right here. Right now, we don't know any aspect. Only the basic aspect that you will see on your book. Actually, I forgot to give me one, but it doesn't matter. But when you click on it, you will see that a left click, it will see use in, okay, and a right click will give you actually something else. In this case, I cannot show you because we don't have anything, but let's start with scanning. So first thing we need to scan, I will do is number one here. Whenever you see a sign here, is because there is a sign there. So Victus is agua plus terra, okay? But since we don't have any aspect, well, we have those at the beginning. So agua and terra, you can combine and you get Victus. And you can see here, we had Victus. Now, if I click, left click on Victus, it will tell you that is a combination of agua plus terra. If I right click on it, it will give me something that, because I haven't scanned anything with Victus, is not showing me anything. So let's continue and let's scan this in this order that we see in there. Okay, so what I will do is go like this, throw the pieces that I want to scan, like so, and it will be easy to scan. Okay, so we'll start with dirt, and that will give me well, nothing in particular, but that's Terra. This is storage. It will give me Lux. So we open up Lux. I right click. It will tell me that Lux is air and ignis. But if I right click, it will tell me that I can find it in a torch. So this is a really NEA plugin, really easy, especially on the minigame. So coal, it will give me something new. That is Potentia. And you will see exactly the same is fine on coal. So glass of block, trapdoor, chest, glass, and finally we have the air shard that is precantatio. So as you can see, we're opening little by little all the aspects. And what I'm gonna do is actually put this away in here. So remember the order, you can go back and see exactly the order here, but I'll be showing you how to do that. So next to is we have to scan a chicken. So let's put a chicken, we scan a chicken, and we get this bestia aspect. Okay, now, okay, this is not part of that, and this is not part of that, but remember, you can always scan everything that you get. Right now, I'm not scanning that. But let's scan, for example, the amber. It will give me a new aspect that is this vinculum. Okay. All right. So let's put this in here. Let's continue. As you can see, there are two signs. So 2 and 3. I will go with Mortus, is Perditio, and Victus. Now, if we go to Perditio, and this is ordered alphabetically. So Perditio and Victus give me a new aspect, and you will see in here. Okay, that is Mortus, and Mortus is this one right here. Okay, then I will go with Spiritus, and Spiritus is Mortus and Victus, so we needed that Mortus to get this new aspect. And now we have the aspect of Spiritus, that is this phantom-like guy in here. All right, now we can continue with the rest. So we did all these two. I'm gonna just put actually, I'm gonna put it after so I don't mix you up, guys. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I need to start now scanning paper, rotten flesh, wheat. Let me throw the paper back again. Flint and obsidian, and that's the order I scanned it actually on my world. So with this one we get humanus. Okay, wheat, we get this aspect of fames. Flint, we get the instrumentum, and obsidian. Finally, we get tenebra, I think it's called. Where is it? It was right here. It's actually tenebra. Okay, so we scan all that. There you go. Let me put this away. It doesn't matter. Don't pay attention to the order here. Just the one it was in the chest. So we're almost getting there. Now I'm gonna put all this in there. There you go. Okay, and now we go. This in this rows in here doesn't matter the order you put it. Okay, just I follow this order because that's the way it worked for me. So I'm gonna do that. So wool, bone meal, snow. Let me put the wool back here. We have some shears and we have a bucket of milk. So we're gonna start with the wool, bone meal, snowball, cinnabar orb, that's poisonous, that's why it gave me, and milk. So you can see I get all those aspects. There you go. And we're starting to open more and more. And I'm gonna continue doing this. Now the next sign that we need is this one, Perforio, Humanus and Terra. So we're checking here, Perforio, we don't have it. So Humanus and Terra. Right here, it will make a new aspect that is Perforio. Okay, so we did that one. This is kind of hard to get in, like killing a skeleton, because I haven't found too much skeleton so far, but you can craft it, of course, and it's really easy using this recipe. So let's do that one. So you, and let me put this like so. All right, and this one here, arrow, letter, fence gate, iron ingot, gold ingot, book, obsidian totem, egg, and we have all that. The obsidian totem, by the way, is the one that is just right there. There's an obsidian totem that you can scan. Did I scan the book? I think I did. Okay. There you go. So let's put all this away. Now the goo I put 2 just in case, and let's scan this real quickly. That will give us this Vitium aspect. Okay. So we can move that away, and we can continue actually with the bed, this and this. Now, if you try to scan this one, no, this one actually will work, but let me scan this and this. So as you can see, it doesn't matter the place or the order you put in all this stuff, and then finish up scanning all that, because there are still some missing, especially because those are actually an add-on, I'll say, to the to Thaumcraft. So iron and air is precantatio. So let's take a look. What was it? Air and aurum. Aurum. Actually, I don't have aurum yet. I think. Oh yeah. Air and precantatio. Air and precantatio is, where is it? Precantatio. Permutatio, potentia, precantatio. There you go. That will give us aurum. Examinus is mortus and motus. So mortus and motus, it will give me examinus. Tempestad, air and agua. Air and agua will give it tempestad. Ira, ignis and tellum. So ira is ignis and tellum. That will give you ira. Nvidia is fames and census. So fames and census. No, not this one. This one. There you go. That will give you Nvidia. And finally, and you can see I have all the aspects except one, and that one is Superbia, Vacuus and Volatus. So we go here and we'll look for Vacuus and Volatus. That will open the final one, aspect Superbia, and there you go. Now you have all the aspects, so that means that you can go around in the world and scan all the stuff that you find in your world, the water. Don't forget to scan all the trees, the leaf, the bookshelf. So you need to start scanning everything. But for now, you have all the aspects, so there's no node or anything that you won't be able, of course, to scan, unless some stuff, for example, from tabula rasa that are not in the database for scan, and other tinker stuff as well. But most of the other items, even bibliocrats, which I was really surprised, you can now scan. So let's go back to the real episode, actually, once we finish in this, and we'll continue working on a little bit of Botania and also a little bit of Thaumcraft. I'll see you in a bit. Alright guys, so now that we know all that we have to scan on Thaumcraft to get started, what you have to do is go through your chest and scan everything that you have on your chest, even the different type of cobblestone. When you go, for example, to your ores, scan the ores themselves, the ingots, the nuggets, if you have a tin, put it on a block and scan the block. So all that can give you aspect that you're going to use once you start using this research table. And of course, on all the other craftings and stuff like that, all right? So before we continue a little bit on Thaumcraft, what I want to do is take my Daybloons and actually plant them so they can start getting a little bit of mana. And I'm thinking for now, I'm gonna put them right here. Oh, I don't like this stain coming at me over here, but I will put them like that. Leave a space in between them, of course, always. So something like that will work. There you go. Okay, and let's put the last one right here to make it symmetrical. Now, those by themselves are not gonna help us at all. So what we need is a couple of things. So let's grab some living wood, and actually I'm gonna grab the living rock as well. First thing we need is 3 of these living wood twigs. Okay, and we're gonna put this to get 2 mana pools as well. Now another thing, we need some flowers, of course, so I'm gonna take the flowers that we have. We have 8 of the blue ones, 3 of the cyan, this one, the pure daisies we're not gonna, oh, I'm gonna plant them probably, but I don't think we have the yellow ones, and I think that's basically it. Actually, these 3 I'm gonna put outside. And by the way, look at we had in here. We have the one we planted is right there, and look at that. It's a pure node, so which is great. I'm gonna put this one in here to start purifying. Actually, I'm gonna put it right there to start purifying a little bit around here. I'm gonna put another one here, and maybe this one here. I'm gonna remove this because this I don't like. All right, and let's go and take a look. What else? I think that's it. We don't have much. So the yellow ones actually is the ones we have the most, and it can be crafted. Okay, we have a bunch of stuff, so we can use the yellow ones at least to get our wand. It's gonna be yellow, so we'll put it like that. We get our wand. Another thing we need is a piece of gold. So let's grab 1 gold from here. We're gonna put the gold in here. Actually, I need another one. Which one? I guess it's gonna be yellow as well because that's the only one we have more. So something like that, and we have a mana spreader. Okay, so with that, we can start Botania a little bit. I'm gonna put it right here. So what I'm gonna do is put my mana right here. We can put the spreader right here. We'll start sending mana, and as soon as I have a little bit, we can transform this diluted mana pool to a mana pool. And right there, and now we can automatically, before we receive a little more mana, change it to a good mana pool. Right? I'm gonna do the same with the diluted mana pool again, and that way we have at least 2 from the start. And this in here, the one of the forests is called, they have 2 modes. If you shift right click, you change from bind to function. Okay, so function will see how much mana it is in there. So I'm gonna throw this one already. Now we have 2 mana pools, so probably you can put example 1 here. Once this is finished, I can point it to this one here, and it will start spreading to that one. After that, we'll have better automation and distribution. But what I can do with the wand is I go to bind mode. I can bind this one to this one, and it will start shooting to this one. Or I can bind it like you can see, or I can bind it to this one, and it will start shooting to this one. And this is the way you can grab a little bit more mana. So, and all these are, I'm going to take to function mode, but you can see these are pointing to that mana distribution over there. All right. So on this day bloom, by the way, if you haven't seen, we found it on the Water Lake Secret Lab over there. Okay, so these are all empty right now, and of course they will work only in the daytime. They're not gonna work on nighttime. Okay, so I will at least I should have done this before, so this one start filling up with mana a little bit. All right, so let's go and start a little bit of. I'm gonna put this one. Oh, we have still a bunch of stuff in here. I have this one here actually. I'm gonna put that one over there. because I don't like this. So let's put it right here for now. And I always forget to collect because we're gonna start using this very soon, a lot of this. So let me collect all this weed. There you go. Actually, I'm gonna collect everything in here. There you go. All right. Let's start with a little bit of Thaumcraft. I'm gonna put you in here. There you go. We'll grab these sugar canes. And the rest I'm gonna put in here, not in here. I'm gonna put in here. And I'm gonna leave the flowers for now. The pure days I already show how to use them, so there you go. We'll create a chest only for Thaumcraft and another one for Botania. But for now, I think that's it. Okay, and this sugarcane, I'm gonna make a bunch of paper with that. We still have more sugarcane in here. Okay, and flowers. There you go. Now, let's start with the book and take a look at it for a second, because now that we have all the aspects, you will be able to see them all in here. Okay, all that you scan, and of course, whenever you hover something and hold shift, you will see what aspects everything has. Now let's take a look at the quest book, because they have a progression here on the paranormal list. And as you can see, it asks for a crucible and also asks for an alchemical furnace. We got from those hot 2 of these that I'm gonna put right here, and we're gonna use our wand to make these 2 crucibles. Actually, this one I can put in here for now. Let me just get rid. Oh man, these chests are getting full already. All right, so let's take this crucible and this one. So we have now 2 crucibles, and I think that once we turn this in, yes, we have to deliver the following items. So may I have one? Okay, so let's send one. Claim the reward. There we go. We have only one left. And let's see what else he asked us to do. He asked us to do the alchemical furnace and arcan alembic. For that, we need a little bit of research. Now, we got this niter actually from the shrines over there, and we can always use this niter to heat up whatever we put in the crucible. For example, if we put the crucible right there, we can get some water, and I don't have, there you go. So let's take a little bit of water. We'll put it on the crucible, and I have my bucket. Yeah, I have my bucket, and then you will see that in 1 second it will start to bubble. There you go. And now this niter is not gonna burn everything around here or the trees, or so. That's why I recommend, if you get the niter, or if you don't, this is the first thing you have to do, that niter. All right, so now if we open these and we go to alchemy, in here you have to actually go, we have some scribing tools I think we got from the other place as well. Yes, we have. So you need to have scribing tools and paper for all the research you're gonna do from now on. And I'll show you in a second the research here. So let's go to the alchemy stuff. First, 2 things we need to do to try to discover this one is going to be niter. And if we click in there, we get this research node. We go here, we put the research node here, so we have to go from the lux to the ignis. And if you see the aspect, it's not that difficult with this help that we have in here. So you will see that aspect of lux has air and ignis. So the only 2 possibilities that you can put around the lux is these 2, air and ignis. And the only possibilities you can put in the around the ignis in here, these 3, are gonna be instead of this side, it's gonna be in this side. So it's gonna be lux, or this one. What is called that one? It's called gelum or something like that. Gelum, yeah. This one, the potentia, the cognito, etc. Okay. So let's start, for example, from this one. And I'm going to put on the description below a website that is going to help you out a lot. I'm not using it right now, but because this is really easy, this one. So we can put air, for example, right here. So from air, we need to go to ignis. And let's see, air to ignis. You see air and ignis have flux. So actually, this, you can do it like that. And then put air, not like that, like so, and we can put locks in the middle actually. There you go. And we have our first discovery. So now we right click on it, we'll learn that one, and if we open the Tonomicon, of course we have available now everything that we have in here to read. Now we cannot make nitro right now because we haven't found any glowstone. That's probably gonna be in, I think, either the volcano or I don't know, maybe these islands around here. So, but we haven't gone there yet. Okay, so this one we cannot make, and alumentum, we get the research node for alumentum, and we have to do exactly the same. So potentia, we take a look. We can use ordo or ignis. I'm gonna put ignis in here. And you can always do it like that, but the best way, if you know a lot of aspect, you can actually see what you can do. For example, I will put, if I put lux in there, I can then put ignis and lux again, and then we have the discovery. Okay, so there you go. We'll learn it. We go inside, and now we can open. This elementum, by the way, is with charcoal or coal that you can make it, but you need this aspect inside this cauldron, the crucible. So to get those aspects, you have to put whatever it is that is gonna give you this aspect. So for example, 3 ignis. If we take a look at, for example, coal, you will see that coal have 2 ignis. So let's say I put 1, 2, 3. Okay, so 3 coal will give you 6 ignis. And if you take a look at that, 6 ignis will give me the double of this. So, and potentia, if we put 3 coal, will give me, this is how many? 2 potentia. We can always take a look at this in here, but it will give me, right here, where is it? Okay, coal will give you 2 each time. So we have 6 ignis and 6 potentia from there. And if we take a look at here, it's gonna be the double. Now the only thing we need is perditio. If we take a look at perditio, where is it? Let me see. Okay, potentia and perditio. Perditio is right here. Everything in here has perditio. Okay, so we can use cobblestone, for example. Okay, but this one has also terra. So terra is gonna be a waste in there. So we need to find something that has perditio, but it doesn't have any other aspect. So we can take a look, for example, this one here, it has a bunch, so that's not gonna work. So I'm thinking that the only one we could use actually is any of the cobblestone. We'll have a waste, and these have only one, so we need 6 of this. Okay, actually we need, let's see, 3, yeah, we need 6 of that. And then we need a piece of coal to add to the mix over there. Now, these 2 we can craft like that. So if I throw this in here, and we're gonna throw the 6 of these. Now I'm gonna throw 1 piece of coal, and actually I'm gonna throw another piece of coal, and we get 2 aluminum. But there's still a bunch of elements that we can take a look at the thermometer in here. No, it's not that. Why is it not showing? Okay, let's take a look with the one. We'll empty that, and that's it. Normally we didn't get any other contamination here, but if not, it will stay right here, or we can open that so we release it on the air. All right, so we get this aluminum, and this aluminum, by the way, will be nice to, you can use it for as a coal, and you can use it, of course, in other stuff. And one of the things I'm going to use it for is once we get, for example, to this essential distillation. I'm going to put this one back in here, and actually this one as well. So I'm gonna have to do a research for this one. This is a little bit more complicated. So you have to go from this one to this one and this one. So the 3 have to touch, or you can use something like from this and this and like that. Now I'm gonna put the description on the video below, where you can get a helper to help you out do this. Another possibility is to remove the need of doing this research minigame on the config files on your Thaumcraft mod, because once you have done it once and a lot of time in different mod packs, for me it's kind of like a little bit boring. All right, but I'm still gonna do it like this. So whenever we do a research, I'm gonna pause here, resolve it, and show you the end result as I progress. So let's take a look at here. We have to do the alchemical furnace and the arcane alembic to progress on this direction in here. And let's take a look very quickly to see if how are we doing on the other aspects. Actually, this one here, we need to do the oak bookcase. Do we have, is this an oak bookcase? No, it's not. So we need to do an oak bookcase to finish that one. It's only gonna give us a reputation. I don't think it opens anything else, but I'll do it off camera. In here we have a bunch of suppliers. Still no luck with. Oh, again. Okay, so at least we have another netherrack from that, but we already got that one. And let's see, the geologies, we have a bunch of stuff unlocked. Now we can do actually thaumium ingots. And thaumium, let's see, how do you make thaumium? Where is it? Okay, thaumium, we can actually use it for a really nice armor, but we have to discover it first. So we need to put it on here, research it, like this, metallurgic. Yeah, like that. We have to go from here to here in order to get it, and you can craft it using the crucible. Now, one of the things I like to do is go straight to, in the essential distillation, go straight to the, what is called? This one here, the alchemical construct, which is way easier to craft all this stuff without any flux coming out or whatever it's called. All right, and let's take a look what else we have. This is almost done. The paranormalies, we have that. The colonists, we still have a bunch of stuff that open now, because these are different, the mountains, the forests, all the swamp, etc., that we can start claiming once we get to the ship. Xenobiologist, nothing new in here. I still need to find a bunch of pages. The engineering, we can start doing this one. Actually, this one here, the sky stone, we have to go to, I think there is one in here. Okay, This one, no. I think there's one over there. I don't see any other on this map. No, actually, I saw another one over here. Yeah, this one is another one that we can go. And I think that's basically it. But there probably is gonna be some of it there. So what's cool about this is you need the stones, or and probably there's no chest inside. So because you're giving all the press right here. In here, the rubber, I haven't started with that. Actually, I haven't started with technology. We'll start with magic and then we'll go to the technology. And the black market is only this stuff that I still need to go mine a lot. And that's probably going to be one of the streams we do in the next week. Alright, guys, so with that, I hope you enjoyed and see you next time. Bye bye.